Hello, hello. How you doing, woman of God? God bless you for tuning in. You are welcome. Thank you for joining. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome. Okay, welcome to the Woman Empowerment Conference 2023 Virtual Space International. Thank you so much. And just go ahead, whatever God had laid on your heart, just go ahead and speak. You got 30 minutes.
Okay. So I just want to let you guys know I'm Nicole Badger, by the way. I'm an end stage 4 lymphoma cancer survivor. And my story is something that because the enemy always looks to keep you from sharing your story, especially if he know if it's going to inspire people.
Mhm.
And I was actually diagnosed with this in 2005, and I was given 2 days to live. That was it. The doctors didn't even think it was worth working on me. My mom had to actually go to board meetings just for the doctors to agree to work on me because they thought I was a lost cause. They said no one survives the end of stage 4. And by the grace of God, I'm here 16 years later. So that goes to show you how good God is. But of course, from doing chemo and radiation and surgeries and blood transfusion, all of this stuff, of course, it does a lot of damage to your body. So I have still, even to this day, even though thank God my cancer is gone, I still struggle with a lot of health issues. And I still struggle with a lot of pain every single day. I actually found out during COVID that now I have congestive heart failure and a weird defibrillator. The enemy does not stop coming after you.
Mhm.
One thing I've learned, my father had set me down when I was a little girl, and he had told me there's an anointing over your life. I'm thinking I'm like 13 or 14 years old at this time. Honestly, I didn't understand what he meant at that time. So I was like, okay, Dad, whatever. It's like I don't know what you mean. And he was like, because of that, the enemy is going to come and bother you the most. He's going to attack you the most. And
Right,
he said he'd be prepared because he's not going to just come to you through strangers. He might even attack you through your own family and
right.
friends. But when you're young, you don't really see it like that. You're very trusting and naive. And even it's not just when you're young. I mean, I'm 38 right now, and I'm still naive a lot of time and trusting. You don't want to think people out there is out to get you and evil. You want to have because you have love and compassion, and you're a good person. And because of that, over the years I've been going through, and it's crazy because when we had this conversation, it was only 2 years out of now us finding out that I was raped for 6 years,
Mhm.
from by my cousin from 6 to 12 years old. And that was something, how the family is, they don't want you to talk about it, they want to keep it in house. So
Mhm.
honestly, I didn't deal with it. Never really on. I just went through life, going through life with all this, that not realizing how it really was affecting me because you're just going through life. But it turns out it was a lot of things that was affecting me in certain ways, like communication and trust. And I didn't really understand that. And then as I got older, of course, now I'm diagnosed with cancer at 20 years old. So I'm dealing with that. And it's just so much going on. And then my mom was like one of my most inspirational people. We was had this a major bond. We were so close, but then I ended up losing her in 2016, and that took a lot out of me. But it also made me sit down and realize I was dead inside. So
Mhm.
even though I'm physically walking around and talking to people and might be performing in plays and stuff, I'm really so dead inside. I don't feel alive. I don't feel like I'm wanted or loved or valued. I don't even feel like I have a purpose at this point. So a lot of times it was showing out through me being on social media. A lot of times I would cry on social media talking about how much pain I'm in and how I don't have the support system. And finally, this is why I say that when God he will bring people in your life to help you. You just have to be obedient and listen and pay attention because God really, really had I don't know what it was, but this particular day, my doctors really saw when I filled out that paper and was like, listen, I'm not doing good. And he was like, okay, you need to see a therapist. And we all know, especially in the Black community, but it's everywhere, but mostly in the Black community, they don't believe in therapy. They like, if you got an issue, just pray to go to the church and stuff. But there's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. I think it's really good. You can pray and you can see a therapist at the same
Mhm.
time. I talk to God all the time. We have a good relationship, but I still see my therapist. And because of seeing my therapist, it helped me a lot. But then also God brought another person in my life, that is my sister. And we were talking about our goals in life. And she was telling me, how about you fast? And she was like, because you got health issues, I'm not going to tell you to fast completely. I'm just going to say, pick a meat you want to go without, and not drink sodas, and and stuff like that, and don't go on
Mhm.
social media. And that, to me, combined, was the best decisions ever that God sent my way. A few of them, because by me fasting from social media, I was able to not have this extra distraction. It's like now you can now put all your focus on listening to God, paying attention to
Mhm.
God, hearing God, knowing what God is speaking to you, and having that close relation where now you can speak to Him in a way where now it's a real conversation. It's nothing distracting you. It really actually helped my healing a lot. And I noticed slowly but surely I started to not care about social media. And it's not that there's anything wrong with social media. Everything is a balance. Everything is within your healing process. You got to know what works for you. You would say if it works for that person, I mean it's going to work for you.
Right.
So now I'm at a position where now, yeah, I go on social media, but it's only to like post, whatever is going on. Every once in a while, I post a picture about me. But if I'm not crying on social media no more. I'm not posting about me being in pain no more. Now, does
Right.
that mean I'm not in pain? Of course not. Actually, my pain got worse over the years. It's
Right.
so much stuff that the enemy has attacked me with. It's just I learned that everything is not for social media. And
Mhm.
it's also, you have to learn now, what I have learned from dealing in therapy is that you have to understand and come to like understanding with your own limitations. And I think that was something that I was struggling with. I couldn't understand my disability. I didn't understand why this happened to me. I was like, God, why me? I don't do it. I'm not perfect, but I don't go out hurting people. I don't go, why did this had to happen to me? But
Mhm.
then God had to sit me down and say, why not you?
Mm.
It's because of who you are, and you will show people who I am. There's a purpose. I gave you a purpose. There are a lot of people that did not survive cancer, whether it's stage 1, 2, 3, or 4. You are here, still
Mm.
here. That means you are showing people who I am. You are showing people what I can do. And the thing is, the enemy doesn't want that. So what does the enemy do? Well, I don't like the fact that now Nicole is strong. I don't like the fact that now she's alive and she's living and she's finding her purpose. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is do something else that's going to really make her want to kill herself. Because there was a time when I felt that way. There was
Mm.
a time when I didn't even want to be alive. There was a time when I woke up and asked God, why did he wake me up? That's how bad it was for so many years, because it was like everything I do, anything physical, I was in so much pain. Even sitting up talking like this, it's very painful for me. My neck and my spinal cord hurts very, very bad. But the enemy likes to use that to try to discourage you. Like, why are you sitting up and doing it then? Why not? Because there's somebody else in that world that's going through pain and say, well, I can't do this. I can't do that because I'm in pain. But if they see me, they can be, wait a minute, she's in severe pain, but she's still doing it because I want to help people. And as you inspire other people, God actually allowed that to inspire yourself. You ever notice sometimes when you talk to people and the way you like, oh, you're encouraging them, and then it's like, wait a minute, I can actually use that too. Because it's like God is speaking to you through somebody else. The way that's how he has to do it. Because sometimes we don't listen. Sometimes it's better for us to encourage somebody else than encourage ourselves.
Mhm.
And that was something I've learned, that I was even in the moments when me not wanting to be alive and wanting to, and just not feeling okay, I was still able to help other people and treat people with respect. And it was like, okay, that is something. But one of the things that I have learned is that God will put you in a place
Mm,
that not everybody is supposed to be.
right.
Not everybody is put in a position that not everybody can handle. So yeah, even when you feel like, oh, this is too much for me, God is like, I knew what you could handle. I remember I told you to not lean on your own understanding. Remember that? I know what you can handle. I got you. And I've learned it like, no, God is my strength. When I am weak, God is my strength. When I feel like I don't know what to do, I just call out to God. And I know a lot of people may say, "Was that's the only thing you do?" No, of course not. Listen, you gotta enjoy whatever is good for you. I love listening to music. I love, playing the games, and I love to do a little dancing and anything that can make me have fun and stay positive and stay upbeat and keep the faith. I love watching my favorite shows and my movies. And what I've also paid attention to is a lot of times at night, my mind races a lot. It races a lot, and that's the enemy. See, the
Mm-hmm.
enemy, when you're all calm and everything's going good and awake and everything, sometimes the enemy don't want to bother you because he feel like you're not even paying attention to him anyway. But when you like laying down trying to go to sleep, it's like, and you in the dark, it's like that's when the enemy start coming to you. It's like that's when Satan start giving you all these thoughts in your head, all these doubts, all these insecurities, all these worries, all these, I don't know if I should do this, all this, no, I shouldn't have done that. What was I thinking? Maybe God got it wrong. Oh, this is God's fault. Oh, God don't love me. Where is God? That's what the enemy thinks want you to say. But I try to say, do you not remember Job?
Mm,
Do you remember what it was for Job when everybody told Job to curse out God? Like, listen, you the most faithful servant, and look what God is allowing for you to happen. He done lost everything. His kid, his own wife left him everything. But what did God do? Because he stayed faithful. In the midst of the storm, he stayed faithful to God. He kept his faith. And because of that, what did God do at the end? He blessed them double,
mm-hmm.
gave them more than he had. And a lot of people may say, okay, but maybe no, it's not that it was easy for Job, because it's not easy to keep your faith. Sometimes our faith is tested in more ways we can imagine. It is very hard sometimes, but this is why you stay prayed up. This is why God give you a support system. This is why you figure out, what do I need to do to say and remember that I am the head and not the tail,
Right.
that God would not have brought me this far just to leave me. I am here because he wants me here. He knew it was a purpose for me. So even at times when I feel like giving up and feel like, oh my God, this is too much. Why is this happening to me? I feel like no matter what I do, it's always something. I turn around and this is going on. Then this situation gets fixed. Now with this situation, it's like, God, is too much. But it seems like that because remember, you're human. We're only human. But God is right there with us. One of the favorite things I love is the footprints. I love that footprints because God would say, wherever Jesus, I remember if you read the footprints, Jesus was like, oh yeah, when everything's going on, yeah, I'm walking with you. And then you going through the storm and you're going through all of this, and then you like, where's Jesus? I don't see his footprints. Where is he? And he's like, oh, I'm still with you, but now I'm carrying you.
Mm,
Because now you don't need me to walk with you. You need me to carry you through this situation. And a lot of times we forget. We remember what the Bible say, but sometimes we forget what the Bible say. See, God is not a liar. He never lied. He said this whole world will pass away before my word will be a lie. And he promised us a few days of trials and tribulations. And that means we're going to go through stuff. I think the issue with us sometimes is we have this idea what them trials and tribulations probably was going to be. And that's what it is. So now when this trial and tribulation come, it's not what we probably wanted or expected. It's like, oh my God, what am I, I don't know, God. And a lot of times we panic. And we just got to hold on to him and know that it's going to pass. He said, this too shall pass. And I know with everything that I've been going through in life with all my health issues, I used to be homeless, and by the grace of God, no, I never had to sleep on the street. But I remember going to place, and it was so uncomfortable because these people really didn't want you there, and you were just and you felt like you felt so weak. It was almost like you did not want to live even more because you're like, okay, I just defeated cancer not too long ago. Like, I think I was only cancer free for maybe like 3 years, and now here I am homeless. Me and my mom. My mom was just had her eye surgeries, and she's sort of blind, and she have all her health issues. And we're like, okay, why are we going through this? And I'm not, listen, I was weak. I was just so upset and so mad. But my mom, she kept the faith. She said, but she kept telling me, she was like, baby, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Let's just keep praying. It's going to work it out. And then what exactly happened? God sent somebody to saw a situation, and we was able to get in that place. You have to go through the storm, and it's going to take a lot, and it is, and it takes a lot out of you sometimes. It really does, but you just got to keep going. And which brings me back to our mistakes, to the woman at the well. A lot of times we feel like we made so many mistakes in our lives and we cannot be forgiven. The thing is, we are holding on to things that God already forgiven us for. He said your mistakes does not define who you are. So I know the mistakes that I made when I was crying out over social media and all of this stuff, and not listening to people when they were just trying to tell me, okay, that's a little bit too much because I couldn't hear, and not. Those are mistakes that God said I forgave you for. When I was allowing people to take advantage of me, because I wouldn't sit in that, just sit still for a minute and just listen to God and let him help me through what my life situation was. Because when you so used to going through life, it's like, things might happen, which, like, remember when I say you have an idea of trials and tribulations, but you never really look at the big trial that might come. Because I know when I was, 18, 17 years old, all I wanted was a government job. That's all I wanted. I knew I was going to get that government job. I knew I was going to have my 6-bedroom house. I knew I was going to have my husband, my child. And I said, all this going to happen by 24. And then cancer happens at 20. Wow. And now you feel resentful. You feel like, okay, God, this is so not fair. All I want to do is work. All I want to do. And then you don't know what to do because you have people on the outside who doesn't have compassion and don't understand and is selfish. And then they attack you and be like, oh, I don't understand because you can walk. So obviously you're not that disabled. What do disability look like? So now when other people are saying it's a blessing that you're alive, now you got other people who are saying it's obviously so you ain't that bad and you can walk. Mm-hmm. And then now you're a part of you now start believing this. Then you got other people now telling you, hey, listen, there are people that's paralyzed that works. There are people that's that's blind who work. You got people that have one limb and they work. So I don't understand how you can't work. And then you sitting there because now you're trying to defend. Because I don't like being misunderstood. A lot of us don't. I don't like, so it's like, oh, I got to defend myself. So now you go into all these explanations and trying to prove. And God is like, why are you proving to them? I know the truth. I know what's going on. Your doctors and anybody who's real love you enough, they know the truth. And because all you do, and if you're listening to all of that, it's coming to you and it's making you feel and believe that way. And then what do? You end up doing exactly what I did. Well, okay, well now you're telling me somebody else has a spinal cancer and they can do marathons. And now here I'm going to walk 5 blocks because I want to prove to you I just don't want to do that. But now I'm up in the hospital. The same person that was telling me that they ain't at the hospital. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. Or you're living for God. You're not living for people.
Mm.
And that's something I had to, I'm still learning. I'm still learning that to this day. Because I remember there was a time that I used to be like, well, okay, I tell you what, I'm going to go to the doctor with you so your doctors can examine me. For what? What are you doing? God, no, what are you doing? And those mistakes is all it was doing was keeping me depressed. Those bad choices of trying to defend and prove something, all it was doing was hurting me. And if I'm not healed inside, how can I help somebody else?
Right.
So I've learned, okay, everybody, no, you can show them, they can see clear as day what color the sky is, and they still gonna say it's a whole nother color. Some
Mm.
people ain't never gonna get it, and that's on them. That's not on you. So
Right.
I got to the point. I said, "Listen, if you got a question about anything, I suggest you talk to God." Cause I'm not doing no more explanations for you. I'm not gonna feel like I have to prove anything to you. That I have to be somebody else for you because you're the one not do. It's something wrong with you, and you putting that out on me. But I'm not letting you do that. And that's what we have to do as people. We have to learn no matter what we go through life, you can make it through. God would never, we leave God. God never leaves us. And
Mm.
when we come back, he hold out his loving arms and he does not even judge us. He
Right.
just said, okay, are you ready for the blessing I have for you? Are you ready for the purpose I had for you? Are you ready for the calling I have for you? Are you ready to show people who I am? And because of everything, I've learned my purpose that God wanted me to inspire people. He wanted me to help people. He wanted me to show anybody out there who's going through any type of health issues that feel like I just have to give up and stop. No, you could keep going, fight. You are going to get better. You are going to get better. It might not look like it right now, but you are going to get better and you're going to be okay. And you go, even if you're struggling through homelessness right now, you are going to find that home. If you're struggling with not having food on the table, God is a provider. He's going to put food on that table. He is a protector. He's a way maker. He is everything to us. You just have to keep praying and keep the faith and don't give up. And every go to that I love Tamala man that's gonna take me to the king. Just go to that altar and talk to him. Your altar could be your living room, your bathroom, your wherever you are, and you sit there and you just pray to God and say, God, I need you. God, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't know how I'm going to make it through, God. It's so much stuff going on. God, I have so many health issues. I don't know what's going on with my children and my spouse. I don't know what's going on with my finances, Lord. I don't know what is going on with my pain, God. I don't know what's going on when everybody is attacking me. I don't know what to do, God. All you do is just talk to him. And God will say, I am right there with you. I love you. And I'm making sure everything's going to be okay. I need you just to hold on a little bit longer. And all you got to do is say, God, I trust you. I might not can see what you're about to do, but I'm going to trust you. I'm going to believe in you. I'm going to claim every blessing that is coming my way, every healing that is coming my way, every financial blessing that is coming my way. The forgiveness for the mistakes that I made is coming my way. The forgiveness for not realizing I should have loved myself even when nobody else loved me. The forgiveness for forgetting that you love me. The forgiveness of focusing on everybody else and not focusing on you, Lord. I just want to say thank you. Just got to thank him. Thank him because he have done so much for us. He have done it. And sometimes we focus on what we don't have, that we don't focus on what we do have. And God has given us so much. Yes, I want more healing, but he has done so much healing already. Yes, I want more financial blessing, but he's helping. Yes, I might want this or want that, but God has given me exactly what I need. And he's there for us, and he's there for me, and he's just giving me the platform that I thank you for giving me the platform to inspire someone, to let them know that whatever you want to do, you can do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let your disability stop you. Don't let your family, because if you don't have enough money, you think, oh, I can't accomplish it. No, God will make a way for you to accomplish your dream. Don't you ever give up on your dream. Don't give up on you as a person. Don't ever do that. Whatever you do, never give up on yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself for things you didn't know. Forgive yourself for healing you didn't think you needed. Love yourself and always compliment yourself. Because now I used to think I was the ugliest person in the world because all I saw was my scars. Now I look in the mirror and go, girl, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. I love you. And as you keep doing that, you will see how your confidence will work and keep building. And that's how you keep doing. So I hope that I was able to inspire you and help anyone that's going through something and let them know it's going to be okay. And don't be afraid to ask for help. It's nothing wrong with getting help. It doesn't make you weak at all. Just ask for help. And I pray that everyone get everything they need and the blessing and it's really helped them through.
Awesome. Thank you, Minister Nicole. Thank you so much. Such an
Thank you.
inspiration. Um, this is awesome how you have survived cancer, and this is powerful. This will help a lot of people around the world, and how you have come out of that, and how God have elevated you through this process.
Thank
You're
you.
truly a woman at the well, seeking
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
So God bless you, and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Be
Bye.
safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.